Welcome to the Pool Nation podcast, where it's all pool talk. And we ain't talking about netting and jetting or splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. We talk about the latest products, trends, and training in the pool industry. Now let's welcome your host, with over a decade of industry insider experience and still the reigning champion of Marco Polo, Edgar De Jesus, and his co-host, John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and Zach the Pool Boy Nicholas.
Welcome, everyone, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. I am your host, Edgar De Jesus, and yes, I am the reigning champion of Marco Polo, along with John JJ Flawless, the fastest netter in the West, and the famous Zach, the Pool Boy Nicholas. Today, I'm super excited about this. We're talking about the Pool Nation Pool Pro World Championship with the first place winner taking $10,000. I want to welcome everyone to our live podcast, the podcast where it's all pool talk, and we ain't talking about netting and jetting and splashing and dashing. We're talking about becoming a nation of pool pros. And yes, we will talk about the latest products, trends, and trading in the pool industry. And yes, John, your lighting is on point, baby. Before we get started today, I want to thank our visionary partners for this podcast, the SPPA, Blu-ray XL, Aquastar Pool Products, Natural Chemistry, Raypack, Heritage Pool Supply, Hayward Pool Products, Poolside Tech, and Pool Brain. We want to thank them for their continued support. So for everybody that was listening to that intro, John was over there and kind of getting on Janie going, my lighting and this and that. Blah, blah, blah. And you can see him going back and forth on the screen, and it was distracting, and he's going back and forth. And then Janie hit the perfect lighting, and he just lit up all excited, like, yes, that's it.
Dude,
and,
I mean, it's
once again, you're back.
It's funny, dude, because I was looking at him like, God, I look pale, dude. I look terrible right now. I literally look like a ghost, and I'm yelling at Janie. Of course, I'm muted, but I'm sure you know what I'm doing, and you just see the light change in different angles and different things happening, right? I'm like, just close this blind. I got the blinds open, and it's like the sun's like blaring in my eyes.
Yeah, I know. I look like I'm in a about to be tortured, and I have the freaking spotlights on me. I cannot figure this out.
You look like you're at the at a state prison or something like that, and we're doing a live video from inside.
Didn't you go out and buy a new computer and kind of do all these things and all that?
Can I just pay one of you guys to come to town and set me up a station so I can just sit down and turn on the light?
So I'll tell you this, for the lighting, you're going to have to do John, because I've been trying to figure that out for the last 5 years, and I can't figure it out even when I have people help me. So.
Yes.
So I think you're going to be on your own on that one.
Next time we're down there, brother, we'll figure it out.
Perfect.
So, yeah, man, I've been trying to connect this Instagram thing, and I copied the stream key and all that. So, and it ain't working. So for those of you, out there, we were trying to connect our Instagram, but it didn't work. So I'll have to figure it out a little bit later. So, Mr. Zacharias, man, how you doing?
I'm really good. I've been getting it, as you've seen. So we've got some exciting things going on right now.
You might want to reclarify that the way that you put that, my friend.
I've been getting things done.
There you go. Now we're talking.
A lot of things done.
This is a family show.
I'm really excited. I've going to the Western kind of reignited me. And I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of one of those people, you go through winter and maybe it's lack of sun or something like that. And Leslie always makes fun of me each year. But we went to the Western. I got really fired up, got back, and just started getting a bunch of stuff done. I even wrote 2025, 26, and 27 plan of attack, and we're executing. So
you're executing. That's awesome. Hey, big shout out there before we jump into John Jeanette. Happy Friday. Benny is saying you're looking at the future champ of the 2025 Pool Nation Championship. I have a feeling that you're going to be up there, and so we're gonna even create that ranking. Mr. Kevin, best lighting equals John. John, for some reason, has been able to figure out his lighting, and he's always been on point.
You see, look, I'm finally going to break the news here. It's because of, what I'm working with. You know what I mean? You can only help out so much.
He has
right?
Janie. He has Janie with a flashlight over the whole time, but shining on him.
I've spent like $400,000 on like Hollywood studio lights in my head.
He had the lighting team for the Avatar come out and set up his lighting in his house to be able to do that, Zach.
This is not even what I look like if you guys see me in person.
I do have to say, I don't feel bad. So one of the things I've never been able to figure out the lighting, right? My lighting is just atrocious ever. And even Ethan has tried to help me and I just can't figure it out. Like, look at that shining thing I got going on right there up on the head, right? But you know what? I don't feel bad because Zach, you always look like you're using a 1996 compact. You don't even know what that is. 486 processor computer. That is just all pixelated getting in there.
I think I'm a lost cause at this point.
Now, are you on your new computer?
No, I am not.
Well, that answers that. There you go. That's why. So,
but it's funny because I got the screen and I got the webcam and I got this and I got that, and then here I am on Friday and like none of that is accessible. It's all set up at the shop and all this stuff. So, I've got to find my huh.
You got to buy two.
There you go. Yeah. I don't know if that'll help me still.
John just has his setup because he uses it part-time for his OF. So that's why his lighting and all that is just so legit.
Yes.
But my eyes are not sketching out today,
they're not
right?
creepy. Yeah.
So,
they're not creepy.
Hey, speaking of that, half off by the way, month's subscription. Half off. I'm running a promo. I think it's 50% off this
50% off this month.
Off,
go check it out. JJ Flawless out there. So, which by the way, I was sitting there. So everybody, I go over to get coffee. And so Zach is in the studio already. And then John is sitting there waiting to come into the studio. So I told Zach, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. And these two start goofing off like typical, thing where I'm like laughing. I put to make my cup of coffee. I don't even put a cup under the thing. And I press the button and I'm watching the chat and I'm laughing. And Leanne's all like, what's so funny? And I'm like, look at these two and blah, blah. And all of a sudden my coffee machine just starts spitting the coffee into the tray. I'm sitting there and she's like, Jesus, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm distracted with this chat with these guys over here. So I had to stop and clean the machine and kind of redo the cup and all that. So
it's John's fault.
It's John's fault. So, anyways, hey, Kevin, big, huge shout out. Excited that you guys are coming out this weekend out to Texas. And obviously, the internet was just blowing up yesterday with everything that was going on. So looking forward to having you guys out here and talk to you guys. Maria from Ensenada. Good morning, Edgar, John, and Zach. Good morning from Mr. Corey Wax. What's going on, brother? Those lights must be super bright. He looks more Asian than I do today. That's for Zach. Wow. We love Corey. And then Maria is saying hello, everybody. So big good morning to everybody out there that's listening. Thanks for tuning in. So gentlemen, a couple different things. Let's start with some of the housekeeping.
What?
Oh, sorry, I forgot about John. See?
John, good morning.
Oh man, we are
out of practice.
Way off.
Out of practice.
Usually I'm okay and I'm going to roll with it, but I haven't. It seems like we haven't done a podcast in forever, or I haven't, because you guys. I've been super busy doing a bunch of things, and you guys have been doing the series on phases and scaling and stuff like that, especially with the Western and all the events that we have going on. So I don't think I've been on the podcast now for like 3 weeks.
It's been 3 weeks, yeah, because we went before the Western and then the 2 weeks after.
So usually I'd be like, whatever, but no, I want to say hi. I want to say hi to everybody.
What's going on?
So I got to wait for the
John. Good morning.
Oh, thank you. There we go. No, hey, look, actually, it is a good morning, and I feel today's going very well, or this week's going very well. It was, leading up to the Western show, there's always a laundry list of things that need to get done, and a few wrenches that get thrown into the program and into the plan, and we adapt and adjust, and everything kind of turned out okay. And when we got back, we were like balls to the walls for about a week and a half, just making sure we got caught up on all the things that we needed to do. And this week has gone pretty smoothly. Today's going to be really, really busy. I know this weekend, Mama and I, we got on our whiteboard, we got a laundry list of other things that we got to check off. We're going to be focusing on some business changes that we're going to be doing internally. And, you kind of alluded to it earlier, and another wrench that kind of got thrown into it, but not so much. We saw this happening. And we were going to be making the change, but it's going to be much sooner than we originally anticipated. But we have to come up with, personally, we're going to be making the change on our billing software, right, or our routing software. And you were talking about the internet yesterday, just kind of amazingly how it blew up, and and everybody talking about, and seeing the reaction to some changes. And look, I get it. As companies, you gotta do what you got to do, especially if you're in a position where you guys they need to make a change. I know for us, we were slowly but surely starting to outgrow our route software. So, and the writing was on the wall, but it's such a pain in the ass to do, as a company. It is such a pain in the butt to do. And sometimes as business owners, we fall into this, I don't know if it's complacency, I don't know what it really is, but sometimes it's like we put up with something simply because it's just easier to deal with it. In the meantime,
it's not working. It's not broken.
It's not broken. Let's not, whatever, we got other fires that we're putting out, other things that we're doing, but I'm thankful. And as soon as I told Janie, her eyes like rolled, as soon as I told her that, because I talk about how hard it is, but I don't have to do any of it.
Yeah.
I don't have to do any of it, but I know Janie does. Right. And I know how tough it is for her. To be able to manage, working, helping run the business, run a route herself, answer the phone, take care of all the office work, take care of the kids and family. And then now we have to undertake this. But, we got an email yesterday that kind of blew up the internet saying, hey, look, a price increase is happening. And not that, personally we couldn't afford it as a company, but for me, everything that we do has to just make sense. Right. And for us personally, we said, hey, look, well, this was just the fuse was lit, the bomb was sitting there, the firecracker was sitting there, and we knew it was going to go off. It's almost 4th of July, but somebody lit that fuse. So we're going to be in full effect figuring out a way and what we need to do. And we know who we're going to be transitioning to, but it's just funny to see how the internet just reacts, right? And I probably had like 15 or 20 different messages from different pool guys talking about it and saying, what are you going to do? Or, what are you doing? And who should you go to? And who should you recommend? And, we usually don't, I've always been the one to say, hey, look, I'm not one for peddling products. That's not what we do here. But if you guys are looking to switch or go with a different company, there's plenty of them out there. We do have our visionary sponsor, Pool Brain, which we think is an amazing company, and they built some software that is primarily focused on more of the enterprise, or if you have a larger company, but it does work for anybody in the pool industry. So I think our boys out there came up with they have a free trial that they're going to be giving to anyone that wants to try them out or demo out their products. So if you guys are interested in doing that, reach out to our friends over at PoolBrain so they can set you up with the demo and see if you like it, right? And if that's something that you want and works for you, then go for it, but I think you'll be thoroughly impressed with some of the options that are out there if you're looking to make the switch.
And I would tie into that because it's funny you were talking about Mama's the one that has to do that. We're currently making the switch from our current software, and I'm like going through it and I'm like, why is this taking so long? Why is it so hard? But this time I don't have Leslie in the office heading this up, and it's all falling on me, and so it's going to be a little bit rocky. But what I would challenge people, because right now it's kind of a hot topic, right? And what I would challenge people to think about is like your long-term vision plan. Kind of, we've been talking about this for weeks now with the phases. And if you're looking to switch, like think about what your goal is and make sure that you're setting yourself up now for
Who you
that
wanna be.
scalability. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you don't just jump to something
That's so
because it's
smart.
easier. I actually had one of my friends here was talking to me about it, and he was, kind of not wanting to do it. But then he texted me the other day and was like, well, I know what I want to do. I want to scale. So I'm going to make that move that makes sense.
And here's the thing with software.
And
here's one
scale on. So
yeah, here's one of the things with software. You get so used to using something that then to be able, it's like what you say, John, it's so hard to unlearn what you've already learned, right? One of the reasons I don't switch to Apple, it's not that I think it's an inferior product. It's just that I'm so ingrained into what I've done for so many years that every time I try to go make that change, there's a level of frustration. And then I end up not making the switch. But, is Apple a better product for editing videos and all that kind of stuff? Probably, right? And so, but the challenge is, unlearning everything that I've learned over all these years and going to a new platform. But when it comes to business, it's exactly what Zach is saying. You have to think of who you want to be in the future, right? Because for editing videos, it's totally one thing. It's not going to affect the business that we do. But when we're talking about your business and being able to scale and being able to bring people on, you really kind of need something different. You don't have the choice. Do it now, adopt it early, rather than waiting till you have those 300 pools like Zach is in this situation and now having to switch, right? Because now it's not just affecting you, Zach, and you say, oh, I'm going to lose sleep and I'm going to do. Think about your techs. Think about the people in the office. Think about everybody that it's going to affect. So if you do
and
that
the customers.
And if you do it earlier in your journey, knowing where you're going to go, you're going to be, in a better spot. And I challenge everybody, go out and look at, PoolBrain is a product that's built for enterprise. It's really built for, companies that have employees and that you're going to be able to scale. There's a lot of thought processes. There's a lot of checks and balances that are in there.
Accountability.
The accountability, right? Which is huge. So,
well, and look, and I know this is what we were trying to do, you know what I mean? But here's the topic, and here we go, right? Going off the rails here. But I think you guys both brought up a good point that I didn't bring up, and I want to emphasize that too. It's if you're like someone like me who hates changing, right? And we know it needs to happen, but we hate it. Why not build into it? Just like Zach and what Edgar's talking about. So if you see yourself ever doing that, but not only having the ability or the flexibility to be able to grow, have a software program that grows with you, right, and grows with your company, so that it will be able to handle, you as you scale. But I would imagine, right, somebody who's in that position is still learning, and that it will open your eyes up to some procedures and how to maybe properly scale, right? So that you kind of have that blueprint and that architecture, so you can look at it and say, hey, look, this is what a business, with maybe 500 pools is, how it's ran and how it should be ran, or how most companies run it. And then it gives you a structure that you can build your company off of and build into it. So a lot of good stuff there. But our boys out there at PoolBrain, they have an amazing product. I sat there and literally went through about a 3.5 hour demo with them. And I know, Zach, you were on there too as well. And the features and the capabilities that they have is absolutely mind blowing. Right.
Yep.
And what's great about it too, is it was birthed by somebody who was a pool guy, right. Yep. And who has a pool company and went through the struggles. And it was built by a pool guy who understood our struggles and says, hey, look, this is what I needed for my company. And I'm sure there's a lot of other companies out there going through the same thing. So let's build a software program to help with that. So anyways, enough of that. Check them out. Pool Brain, please, guys, give them a holler. They got a promo running. Obviously for our Matrix, there's a promo. If you guys are with our Matrix group, you get 3 months free. Right now, I think they have a limited time promo where they're going to be giving you 2 months free if you call them up and ask for a demo.
There goes John giving stuff away for free.
Did I do that?
Pool Brain. That was not Edgar. That was. I do not want a line on your P&L that says Edgar. Please do not do that.
I'm gonna get invoiced by them, right?
I'm gonna get. For some reason
they didn't know they had that promo, but
they didn't know. They're going to start getting calls going, we heard the 2 month pro. They're going to be like, where'd you hear that? And then they're going to come back and replay this and invoice John for it. So anyways, hey guys, let's get through some housekeeping notes out here. I do want to talk about the Heritage Bootcamp that we have going on. It's going to be March 27th, 28th out in McKinney, Texas, which is Dallas. Go out to poolnation.com, go to the bootcamp page, register there to go. We're going to be doing 2 days of educations. 1 day is going to be all hands-on. We're going to be doing pumps, automations, heaters. We're going to be wiring the pad. Second day, we're going to be doing technical classes. So you'll have water chemistry, you'll have algae classes, you will have grounding and bonding, you'll have different sanitizers. So get out there for the business. We do have some business classes that we're going to be teaching out there for the business owners. And then more importantly, about what we're going to talk about today, which is the Pool Nation Pool Pro Championships. And we are going to have the first round, gentlemen, of the competition there, which we're going to talk about. So I don't want to get into too much detail yet because we're going to talk about it, but we're going to have the first rounds there at that event in order for you to be able to qualify to go to Vegas to be able to try to win $10,000. The other thing, so once again, that's March 27th, 28th. For the people that are part of the Matrix business group, you guys remember you get to go in and do those classes if you want to. But on Saturday, the 29th, we are going to be doing our next course on the Matrix. We're going to be talking about financial KPIs for your business. And we are going to talk about chart of accounts. I did talk yesterday to Josh Sandler from Gold Medal Pools because he'll be teaching the class. And one of the things is we were supposed to do kind of a tour of his place on Saturday. And I really hadn't pushed him, guys, to do it on Friday because I figured he has his entire operation, right? So we can't just like walk in and disrupt his entire operation. So I kind of reached out and said, hey, are you okay if we do, walk through on Friday so everybody can kind of see your operation? Maybe we go there early in the morning when all the techs are getting together. And he was like, absolutely, let's do it. So a little bit of a change of plan. So what we're going to do is on the Friday morning before the boot camp, we're going to go out to Gold Medal Pools, which is only about 12, 15 minutes away. We're going to be able to go and meet with the entire team, do a walk through the facility, meet their technicians and all that. And then what we'll do is we'll head back over to Heritage for the boot camp. And then on Saturday, we will do the Matrix class. So for all of you that hear me talk about that big board with the open tickets and all that kind of stuff, the quiet room, you're going to be able to walk through that, check it out, and watch their operation. The weekend right after that, we turn around, Zach and I turn around and jump on planes, which is Zach's favorite.
No, we don't. We're driving. I'm picking you up. John's even figuring it out now.
Zach is trying to get into the budget. Zach is trying to get into the budget in RV. He already came to me yesterday and said, hey, Edgar, when we talk about the budget, can we add an extra $884,000 for this RV that I found?
Wow, that's quite the coach.
Yeah.
And he said, Edgar, that's on the low end because half of them get to $500,000. But if
we're doing an RV, we need a driver.
We need a driver. You're not going to drive. So you're basically putting your hands in somebody else's. You're putting your life in somebody else's hands.
True. What we really need is like a muscle car so we can like trim up some time. But you got to drive because I'll take an extra 6 hours. So
So we turn around, we go to RAPAC, where we will have out in Oxnard, California. We are going to have another boot camp out in Oxnard, and that's going to be April 4th and 5th. On the 4th, we are going to be doing our track of all the hands-on classes. And then on the 5th, we are going to be doing a round of business classes. And in that boot camp round, qualifier number 2, baby, that's where we sit to try to qualify for the second round. And by the way, I already have a whole bunch of people from California asking, because somehow it got out that we were going to be doing something in Oxnard. And this morning when I woke up, my phone was blowing up with a lot of people in Ventura asking, when is it? What is it going to entail? What is it going to do? What do they need to do? Do they need to bring their own tools? What's going on? So that's kind of when we figured, you know what? We need to talk about this today. We need to talk about these. So anyways, remember, boot camp, March 27th, 28th in Dallas. The very next weekend, which is going to be April 4th and 5th, is going to be out in Oxnard, California. Go to poolnation.com, go to the boot camps, click register there. In both of them, spaces are limited, including the qualifier rounds. So definitely get out there and check it out.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. This
Dude.
is dude, look,
Let's talk about it, because I'm just too excited.
but you know what's cool is this. Look, you know, we're our own geeks when it comes down to talking
That's
about.
true. That's true.
This is a different type of excitement for us, and that we're experiencing. You know, and it's. You know, we do a lot of business courses, financials, you know, coaching, stuff like that. That's what we love to do. And we get excited about that type of stuff. We know how important it is. And we get to see other people's excitement when they attend one of our classes, or they take one of our courses, or, you know, they get a chance to, you know, we get to shoot the shit for 15, 20 minutes on the sales floor, on the show floor, or something like that. Right. And then you get to see like, you know, the light bulb go off in their head, right? You know, and they have like an epiphany right there and then, and something changes inside them, and they get it and they understand it. For the most part, when we talk about financials, it's not that sexy. And, you know, people don't naturally flock to it, or, you know, like, oh, I can't wait to go over a balance sheet or a P&L, or to understand about this or that, or what the hell are they talking about? You know, it's just not a very sexy subject. But when they experience, you know, some of the teachings and some of the stuff we go through, especially what we had at the Western show, talk about being reinvigorated. I left that show just completely pumped. And, you know, the fire was like burning more than ever. And because, you know, we just had an amazing time, and we love seeing everybody getting something out of it. Where, you know, but like I said, it's not a very sexy subject, but this, when you bring it up, right, and you talk about it, and there's just a lot of people out there that are just hardworking blue collar folks, you know, that just bust their ass every single day and, you know, keep their head down, and either they work for somebody else, or they have their own company, or, you know, they're in their place in life, and, you know, they're currently just, you know, they're a master of their trade, or whatever they do, and they have some skills that they want to show off, or, you know, that you know, especially for $10,000, you know what I mean? So people get the excitement, and the overwhelming response that we've gotten from it has just been absolutely mind-blowing from everybody, as far as like, you know, I need the details, you know, when can we do this, or how soon can we do that, or can we include this, or can we include that, or are we going to put chemistry, are we going to do questions,
can we bring the tools, can we
bring, I'm like, holy shit, boys, you know what I mean? Like, hold on. We're hashing out the details. We're going to be talking about it shortly. But anyways, what I'm just getting at right now is that it's awesome to see everybody just come together and be super excited about doing something, right? And I'm stoked to see a bunch of these unsung heroes out here who, like I said, are the guys and gals that just bust their ass every single day, and might not be TikTok famous or Instagram famous, and, you know, and post all these videos and do all this stuff and whatever, but are out there, you know, hustling and kicking butt, and we want to recognize them. So that's our goal and our mission, and I think this is going to serve that purpose. So I'm like pumped for this, man. I can't wait.
I had an epiphany at the Western.
What was it?
I'm forgetting technical things. So
I
you don't
remember
have
that
to worry about me
conversation. Yeah.
jumping into the competition, and
Well, you can't compete anyways.
I know. So you don't got to worry
you're-
about it
you're
either
out.
way.
Yeah, you're out. John's out. I'm out.
Someone asked me a question at the Western, and I'm like, yeah, no. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't remember. And then I had the epiphany that I'm losing it. So
Absolutely. So we have a question over here, kind of where do Pool Pros sign up for the competition? So what they're going to want to do is go to poolnation.com. There is a button on one of our 9 buttons on there that says Pool Pro Championship. Click on that. What it's going to do is it's going to open up the registration, and you can go ahead and register there. I do have to tell you, here's what's going to happen. We are going to have a Pool Pro Pool Tech ranking system from everybody that is in the competition. But I do want to give a couple shout outs to some of the people. Anthony, Maria, Mr. Bodden. Mr. Bodden was bragging a lot on the Instagram Live. Jordan Noor, Antonio Escalera, Benny Romero is bragging a lot out there that he's saying that he's going to win. Dean is going. Danielle from Only Pools. Aiden from Classic Pools. He signed up. He said he was going to have some of his techs sign up as well. Carlos from Jaden's Pools out in California. Let's see here. Angelo, Academy Pools. Oh,
Nice.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. I think he's going to be a contender, John. And then Gregorio Reyes from Jaden's Pools as well. Look at that. Jaden's Pools got 2 people signed up. So definitely get out there, sign up. Here's the other thing, gentlemen, that we need to talk about, and that is we probably can't have 200 people sign up. That might be a challenge. So there's great odds. There's great odds for that 10 grand.
Oh, dude.
If you think about it.
For sure.
Anyways, so we definitely need to figure that out. But anyways, big, huge shout out to everybody. And you know what? I have an idea.
AJ Lawless.
I have an idea. Why don't we take the website and we put pictures and names of all the people that are competing?
Oh, that would be awesome. That's a requirement.
That leaderboard.
Yeah. I like that.
Right?
I like that.
So you know what? I'm going to send messages to everybody. You know what? I'm going to put everybody on a text chat, and I'm going to shoot a text out to everybody to get pictures. And what we'll do is we'll kind of create that leaderboard of everybody that's competing.
And it'll make it a lot easier when it comes down to us betting in Vegas. And we're gonna who's throwing the competition, right? We're gonna try to shave off some points or something like that. How many seconds is he gonna win or she win? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Which what I'm getting in the mail today. So we ordered a couple of different the timers with the little button things. So we're starting to get the first ones in. So I'll post a little video later today with that.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
So we're going to need a big, leaderboard up at our space and all that kind of stuff. So we'll have to reach out to some of our sponsors. I think that'd be cool to have a nice, big, huge leaderboard.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, we can get someone like Aquastar. They can do a big, 60-inch OLED screen, right?
Yeah, look, we doing squares.
60.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, right?
David
we
is
are
in.
doing
He's
squares. That's exactly what I'm talking about, David.
We need official.
I want to be able to win money too.
Let's do it, right? Let's do it.
We need official reffing uniforms.
Oh, I like it.
Oh boy. See, the sky's the limit here. This is look, remember, go big or go home. We're ready to do this.
This is why I like doing these Instagram lives and this, because we come up with the great ideas from everybody that jumps in. Yeah. So you know what? You're going to have to forgive me. You're going to hear a little clacking here, but Zach, I'm totally putting that down.
We need flags or whistles.
Oh, yes. I like it. I like it. So you know what? Yep. Uniforms for refs.
Those ref uniforms can work as dual purpose too. Be able to bring those home and.
Oh, Friday.
Dude, that's awesome. I don't think we ever thought about that.
AJ Lawless is banned.
John is going to be stealing the timers and the whistles and all that kind of stuff. So
I'll keep them at the house, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll keep them until next year.
hey, consider having everybody submit a 1-minute video saying why they should be in the
Ooh.
competition.
Edgar, can you do like those like sports videos where it's like, hey, I'm so and so from ASU University?
Yeah. Here's the other
Yes.
thing. I got an idea. Like, why don't we do cards?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh,
the
like
little
baseball cards, but
that would be awesome. You know, there's companies out there that do that.
Wait. Oh yeah, we talked about it last time for one of
Yeah.
the things.
Yeah. Okay, write this stuff down. You write it down?
I am. I'm typing away. Can't you hear? Can't you hear
Yeah.
the clack, 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 clack? Let the people of Pool Nation vote. I call dibs on being ref. You know what? So here's the thing.
Done.
Corey,
Yeah,
done.
We are going to be doing that.
Ref, Corey, done. You're in. I think we're going to get in trouble with Todd from Aquastar because he's going to be like, who's going to work the booth, right? but so Corey is a ref, and we'll have some other people that are refs, but yeah, definitely the uniforms for the ref, the baseball cards. So let's talk about this. So the event is going to be,
Dude, we're
see,
talking
Mama's
about belts,
finding it funny.
championship belts, championship rings. We're talking about
Cover of the
baseball
magazine.
cards, cover of the magazine, right? Podcast,
Like whoever
10K
wins is-
cash.
Stacks of
Dude.
money.
Come on.
Man, now we're talking. David Jones throws in his hat
Let's
as a
do
ref.
it.
There you go. Now we're talking right here. David Jones, you are in, my friend. You are in. So definitely let's do that. So let's talk about this. So we are going to have a couple of qualifier rounds, which is going to be at the Heritage Boot Camp out in Dallas. So if you are going to be in the competition, well, the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to poolnation.com. You need to register. I will reach out to you based on where you are in location. So if you are in the Dallas area, you can kind of go there. If you are out in California, you can go to the Oxnard Boot Camp. Now, that does not mean that you have to go to one of these two events in order to qualify. But what will happen is at these two events, we will have the first round of qualifiers, which means that you won't have to do those events out in Vegas, right? Because obviously, if you go through the first rounds, then you're not going to have to do them twice. So I start to think of an athlete that's rested, right? So if you have somebody that has to go through 3 or 4 rounds and you've already done one, then you don't have to do, right? You're going to be a little bit more rested as you go into it. So, so we'll have to figure out, specifically, what those rounds are going to be, but we are going to be doing the entire setup that we will have in Vegas at these two venues, and we'll be having those qualifiers there. So the finals are going to be at the PSP Expo in Las Vegas on October 22nd. And what we've done is, if you look at the map at the PSP Expo, there is a shaded area that is called the Pool Nation Zone. And in that Pool Nation Zone, we have this huge area that we are going to set up where we're going to be having these competitions on that day. So we'll give out details with regards to what time you need to get there, what time you need to register, and then what time the events will start. What we will also have is we will kind of have an approximate time for your event. So let's say that we have 50, 75, 100 people, whatever it is. Obviously, we'll be able to give them a little bit into time slots so that they kind of have an idea what time they'll be able to go through those qualifiers. As we're going through those qualifiers, Zach and I were talking about a little while ago, is obviously now with these ref jumping in, we'll have, different qualifiers going on at the same time in the space, right? So let's say that some people will be replacing motors, the other ones will be wiring pumps, the other ones might be doing pump seals, whatever it is, but they'll be running parallel. All of those at the same time.
No sneaking tools up your sleeves either.
Yeah. So that was the other thing that we talked about, right? We talked about 2 things. One, we talked about safety, and that means that everybody's going to have to wear gloves. Everybody's going to have to wear, safety glasses. Everybody's going to have to wear shoes. There was a couple of people kind of going, oh, well, we want to go in, flip-flops or whatever. It's like, nope. In order to be able to be part of it, there are going to be certain rules. You can't bring any tools. We will provide all the tools so that we can have the same level playing field. What else, John? Am I forgetting?
No, you're right. I mean, in order for it to be fair, everybody
Mhm.
needs to be on the same playing field, right? And there's
Right.
no way we can possibly do that if we allow people to bring certain tools or extra things or whatever they're used to. But I promise, in order to also make it fair, because we know that sometimes people are more old school with sawzalls, and some people are more new school and use the shears, right? Or some people, no, I just want to use hand tools, and other people, they want to have a drill, whatever it may be, whatever your cup of tea is. I just promise that you guys will know well in advance. You'll have a sheet of all the rules, what tools are going to be used per event, per category, so you have proper time if you're not familiar with them, if you want to go out and learn how to use them or get more familiar with that, so that you have a better chance at winning, if you're not familiar with that tool. But they're not going to be anything crazy, right? They're going to be what the average pool guy will have in their possession in order to be able to get the job done correctly. But yeah, no, I think you landed everything. This is obviously, there's money up for grabs here, and this isn't just for fluff. We're gonna take this very seriously, and there won't be any deviation from any rules. Like Edgar said, you're going to have shoes on, boots on, or whatever we decide that it's going to be. If you don't have it, then you don't play, right? It's just the way it is. We're not going to make an exception for one and not for everybody.
Safety is a priority.
Yeah, safety is definitely a priority. And you might think that it's going to be silly or goofy that you have to wear safety glasses when you're cutting pipe or whatever you're doing. If that's what it is, well, maybe you don't do it out in the field, but that's what you're supposed to do. And that's what we're going to practice. That's what we're going to preach. And if you're not able to complete the job with a pair of safety glasses, we're not going to, I know Edgar, he showed the old school, big old goggle ones. We're talking about some nice safety glasses, right? We're not going to make you look like Breaking Bad or something like that. Like you guys are going to be, okay, so it's not going to be too goofy. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
There you go. David is saying I can wear my uniform, thong, flip flops, and speedos. There you go. That'd be kind of really interesting, David. I will tell you,
that might be smart because you'll be distracting everybody else,
right? Right. So. Jeanette says, I'll be there as an official cheerleader. That is a negative, Ghost Rider. You will not be a cheerleader. You will be a judge. So I appreciate that. So you know what? Let me come back up to my list. And I can go back up. And then Jeanette. Sorry, people that are listening to it with this and watching. They're like, what are they doing here? This is happening in real time, baby. This is how we do it. I think one of the things is obviously when we're talking about the judging criteria, gentlemen, we got to talk about obviously like accuracy, right? Completing the repair with no, errors. Speed will be a factor, right? Completing the task within a certain amount of given time, right? So it's not an issue of who goes the fastest because it's not, but obviously within a certain time. Obviously work. What's that?
Cleanliness.
Yes, cleanliness is another one. So that would kind of be like workmanship, right?
Yeah,
so that kind of falls all that. Safety, obviously, we talked about that. Using tools in a proper and safe manner. And then, the other thing, guys, that we should do, and this is where I would lose right off the bat, is I don't know if you guys ever did. I tried my entire life to be organized. And I never was. I just had my bag, and then I ended up I had this really cool, John, you've seen it in my garage. I have my little briefcase, my little for all the tools and all that kind of stuff, right? And then and then I have the Milwaukee backpack, and the Milwaukee backpack had like all the pockets and stuff like that. And then you'd open my backpack and everything would just be tossed at the bottom of the backpack because you're doing
so
a
you're
repair.
A pool guy.
You're doing a repair. You're doing a repair, and you're like, oh, I'll just put it away later, and then you got to go find the nut driver, and you're just kind of going through all the nothing is in the slots, and
you have to have like your tool count when you're done too. Yeah, like all your tools.
I'm organized once a month.
And then I gave up on that. But then even for the filters, I had like my little bag for the filters with just like all the filters to it. So if I needed to do that, I just took that bag. And then that was like a mess. Like, why did I ever keep the huge sockets that I didn't need? And then they end up at the bottom of the bag, and then you're scrambling to, I don't know. But
Or you end up
Yeah.
buying it 5 times over because you
oh,
couldn't
I have
find
like
it right,
17
you know
of
what I
them.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Look,
sure.
There it
I'm-
is.
I'm
I
the
had,
same
I have
way.
72 screwdrivers.
I hate messes. I like to be organized as well, you know, and it's nothing more frustrating than knowing you have something and knowing you have it more than one of them. And when you finally need that thing, you can't find it, or it's not there, or something, or it's amongst some other shit just simply because you got caught up in the moment. But and I think anybody who does pools and who's out there running around and hustling from stop to stop to stop to stop. I mean, when you're out there and you're doing a big job and then you have to rush and get all done with it, and then you're running out to go to the next job, and you're running her up to go home and go do this or go do that, right? Things tend to not go back exactly where they need to, and you just kind of just throw it all into the truck, and then we're going to organize it later. That's and then it just starts to compound. But when you have a little bit of time in between visits, I'm always very like particular about, I need to have this where it needs to be, and I'm not, like literally, running to the next job. But
You have no idea. You have no idea how many parts I bought to be able to stock in my toolbox. And then I would get there and I'd have to go drive and buy another one because I couldn't find it. And then later I'd be like, oh, there they are. There's like 3 of them sitting right there.
Well, I mean, that's why I brought up, I don't know, remember years ago, and I know a lot of guys say this and use this now, but it's like, hey, if you need one, you buy 3 of them. If you have to go there once, to stop your job,
Yep.
to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or distribution to go get a part, buy 3 of them, so
Yep.
you can avoid the next 2. But the key is, once you buy them, don't lose them in the meantime, so you know where they're at. And I've had at times where I'm like looking, and I told Janie, and this is what happened yesterday. We're doing a tile blast, right? And I can't tell you how many hose connectors I've purchased. Okay. How many hose connectors? I've probably bought 1,000 hose connectors. I have no idea where those damn things go, but we're doing a blast, and I need hose connectors because we need to be able to hook up our hoses and tie them together, because we're doing a tile blast yesterday. And we're sitting there looking. I'm looking in my truck, and I'm like, where in the hell are these hoses? Janie's like, oh, I have them it's connected on my hose. No, it's not. You know what I mean? We went to look at, no, it's not. Look in the drawer where it's supposed to be. No, it's not. And I know I've literally bought 1,000 of these. And I told Janie, I go, you know what? Screw this. I go, the time we're going to spend looking for it, you know what I mean? I could have already gone over there and bought 3 more of them.
Yep.
So I'm going over there and buying 3 more of
So
them.
it's
And that's what we did.
1,003.
So now I have 1,003 hose connectors somewhere.
But he can find 3.
Yeah. Only because I just bought them.
Right.
But next time
you
won't.
go out, I
I don't know what's happening. But
I don't know what it is. It's like, so, but anyways. So I think, being organized that's how we are. We just kind of went off the rails on that when we're talking about obviously keeping things organized and stuff like that. So, and then obviously each category will have a scoring system that will have the judges kind of score out. And then there'll be some things that we'll set up to see if they do, right? I don't want to give up and don't want to share some of the things that we've talked about with the competition that we want to set up, but there'll be certain things that from a safety standpoint you have to do. And then if you don't do those, you obviously get eliminated. Some of them will be disqualifiers. If you don't do certain things, right, you kind of drop that. So we talked about it, equipment, right? Like, you cannot bring your own tools. We'll bring those. We'll provide all the equipment. You can't bring any outside materials in. We talked about the safety, right? Safety glasses, gloves, the work attire. Here's something that Zach, you had mentioned, and I thought it was a great idea. What were we talking about when we were talking about teams this morning? You and I said, let's talk about it on the podcast.
Team, like a team logo and name, and like making like a team identity, I guess. What's the words for this? Why can't I say it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the concept of the gold medal pools, John. So let's say that IPSA has 5 guys that come, right? Obviously, we're not doing teams. It's all individual.
Yeah.
But what if there is a group of, 5 people that sign up and they're all buddies? So like an example, I'll give you a perfect example. Jaden just signed up, him and one of his employees, right? And if they sign up a couple people, should we kind of create some logos for them so they could be kind of team this and team that? Maybe we
Team
have some opportunities to do some shirts.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Add it to your list.
I think sky's the limit.
As we talk about the struggles of logos.
Right. Okay. I'll take this on.
You take the logos, John.
I'll take it on.
So why, should we do that or should we not?
I don't know. Let's see how many we get. And I would love it that every participant had their own t-shirt, right. Or had their own logo,
Well, I think everybody needs to have a shirt.
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to have a shirt. For the competition.
That's a disqualifier.
So John, you need to come up with another logo for the competition.
Yes. No, I think, okay. Do we do one uniformed one and then maybe add, we'll figure it out. Yeah. We'll figure, okay. I'll take all this on. I'll figure it all out and we'll make it happen. But I think
not Janie.
Me. No, Janie, no. Yeah, I'll do it.
Janie and I.
Yeah.
Janie. Sorry, Janie.
No, I think it's awesome, dude. Look, I ain't scared, right? This is what we all talk about. All three of us, we say, hey, look, go big or go home, right? And this is it. Whatever we need to do, we're going to do it. And all these ideas and having these brainstorm sessions, either between us here and between all our listeners and the people we talk to, tomorrow and the next day, we're open for any idea that's going to help make this a more enjoyable and better event for everybody who's participating or everybody's going to participate in the future. So we're down 100%. We're not scared. We'll do it.
Perfect. Look, Janie's going. I'll help. She's all in. She's on.
I know she always is.
So guys, let's do this because Zach just reminded me we've been chatting for 50 minutes already and we haven't even done our first word from our sponsors. Let's take our word from our sponsors. When we come back, we will continue our conversation about
the World Championship.
$10,000 first prize, baby. We'll be right back.
Let's go.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add reoccurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading vibrant color. Visit hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We continue our conversation with the Pool Nation Pool Pro World Championships first prize.
I was going to do it.
Do it.
I was going to do the welcome back, but you beat me.
$10,000 for the winner, Zach.
$10,000.
10 G's.
I have a question. While we were on break, I was thinking about it. So, what's the strategy? Like, is it slow, clean, steady, safe, or is it fast? Because you make a lot of errors when you're fast.
I think that's the challenge. Is you kind of have to tie all of it in. Right. There has to be a time element to it. There has to be accuracy. There has to be, all that. We would be disqualified, Zach. So as soon as we went to glue something and we didn't do primer, John would be like, "You're fired. You're out.
My plumbing would leak for sure.
So, here's one of the things that I was. It just, we probably can't, because I'm like, I would love to see Justin there. But then if for some reason he wins, everybody would be like, oh, it's rigged. He's for the pool boys. And
yeah,
but man, I would love to see him in. I would love, because he's one of those, man, that he's just quiet, but he just gets out there and like, boom, 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 done. Like,
he's a machine.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. I thought about that. I was thinking about that. That'd be cool to kind of. We should have him out as a judge.
I need him here.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Didn't think about that. Didn't think business just needs to run, Zach. Shut down. Pool boys is shut down for the week. So,
are we doing like the ceremony at the Sphere?
Yeah, we would have to sell a lot of Aquastar events. But then can you imagine, like, that's what I was talking about. Can you imagine, like, even if they did rent out that piece, right? There's what, 500 people in a stadium thing that holds how many thousands? Right. It would look like it's like empty, but anyways, obviously the other thing that we haven't talked about that we'll need to talk about for this is obviously there's going to need to be kind of a code of conduct, right? I think we'll need to address that with having everything, and all the participants have to have a, professionalism, obviously sportsmanship, and really just kind of, and I know that we joke around about it, but we have to talk about obviously like no cheating or tampering or any unsportsmanlike behavior. I mean, if you got people that are coming in here and they're talking crap and they're doing all that kind of stuff, then this is obviously not the place for them, because this is something that we focus on creating that safe space. And yes, I understand that people kind of get competitive and stuff like that, but you do have to have, that positive persona. You have to have that, that willingness to compete, but not kind of come in with that type of attitude.
Healthy competition is good, but this is a celebration of the pool pros, right?
Right.
So
Right. And then the other thing that we'll have to talk about is that, the judges' decisions are going to be final, right? They're non-negotiable. So as we kind of talk to these judges and we have them put all those rules into place, there's their decisions are going to be final. What else? So I think the format is we've talked about the format a little bit, right? And that the participants will compete individually, and then they'll have rounds of elimination, leaving us with 3 people at the end, which will go for the final $10,000, right? Because on the finals, the stuff that they're going to have to do is something on an entire pad. Right. So it's going to be a multiple step on that final. It's not just replace a pump and that's it, but they'll have a pad and we will have to come up with, and I don't know, you guys can tell me, but we'll need to come up with 3 or 4 things that they need to do on that pad.
yeah, and I agree. And is it up to them to do the complete layout and see what's most efficient, mix them up, like, as far as like the design of the pad.
Right. And we still need to decide, John, what is going to be that final competition. Obviously we've talked about all the other rounds and things like that, but we need to come up with, and then we'll have to figure out, how much time is going to be allotted.
There's a lot of details that need to be hashed out, but I agree 1000%. The final event is going to need to be like a compiling of things, right? That have to get done, and maybe we add on a couple different factors to it or whatever it may be. But it's a lot of it's going to come down to time, and how many participants we have as well too. So we're going to have to figure out real quick how many we're going to allow or where we're going to cap it off at, and make it known so people have the time to be able to, ample time to be able to register if they really want to. But at some point within the next week or so, we're going to have to figure out exactly what we're going to, how many people are going to be able to,
the mystery challenge. We'll call it the final challenge, the mystery challenge at the end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that one, what's cool about that one, when we brought that up, is it's kind of like not everything goes as planned, right? And you don't go into a backyard and go, I'm going to do a pump, or this is how exactly it's going to go, and everything goes the way it's supposed to. In order to be a champion, right, you have to be able to adapt to certain situations, or some things come up and you didn't know what you were going to do. And this category is going to be something like, hey, look, it's obviously going to be within the wheelhouse of a pool technician or a repairman or woman when they go into to do a job, and it's something that we would assume, and we would want the champion to be able to do properly. So we're going to throw a mystery challenge, and kind of throw them for a loop, and then they're going to have to adapt on the fly and be able to do it without any practice from the training that we're expecting all our participants to be doing up until October. I know you guys are going to be working hard and training and, like Rocky, prepping for the competition, but this is going to be a mystery challenge. And this one is going to be a fun one for sure. And it's going to be cool to see how the guys and gals react to it.
Yeah, 100%. So participants have to be a minimum of 18 years old. That's another thing that we talked about, right? There has to be kind of that age limit, because obviously.
So no Benny.
Benny, you can't make it. Benny, you're out.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, obviously participants, are going to have to register in advance. So you can't just show up at the event and be able to register there. I'll have to be registered in advance. At some point, we'll have a limit. We'll have to cap that off, and nobody else will be able to participate at that point. Gosh, what else have we forgotten?
I think that's it.
That's it.
No, I mean, we kind of went through some of the perks that you're going to get for winning, right? We talked about a little bit about having a podcast, invited for a podcast, being on the cover of our newsletter, right? It being what else do they say they get to do? They're going to get a championship belt, right? They're going to get a championship ring. What else?
This is a challenge. We have a dog there and we let him loose.
Oh, you have to run
That
for
would
it.
be right.
David from Cap City is saying the dog
That
gets
is
out
awesome.
mid-pump install. David, that's awesome. We're going to take some trained dogs. We're going to have them sit next to the equipment pad, and then we'll have some trainers there. Release the dogs, and you'll have to go chase the dogs through the convention center.
That's funny.
Well, like walk by and steal
Or-
someone's Phillips
or-
screwdriver.
Yeah, or maybe like set up one of the pipes to where when they cut it, they cut too low, and the whole spas or the
Drain.
pool's draining out right there, right? And what are you gonna do? You flood out the convention center.
Oh, love it. So anyways, so we're super excited about it. Any ideas that you guys have out there, reach out, let us know. We're really excited about it. Remember, the first one is going to be March 27th and 28th at the Heritage headquarters out in McKinney, Texas. If you're going to go to that boot camp, go to poolnation.com, go to the boot camp page and register there. If you are going to want to go to the one in Oxnard, which is going to be April 4th and 5th, go to the same thing, poolnation.com, go to the boot camps, go to the Oxnard one and register there. If you want to register for just the championship, go to poolnation.com. There's a button there that says Pool Nation Championship. Click on that, and then it'll automatically give you the pop-up. There is no cost to register, so there's no cost to participate in the championship. But just definitely go in and register, and we will reach out to you. So here's one of the things that we're going to do is we will have everybody register. A shout out to our boy, Jay Brakefield, which Jay, I know that you were out of town, but hey, we're talking about the Pool Nation World Championships up in Vegas.
You in, Jay?
For the repairs. First prize, Jay, takes $10,000. So you know what? You might want to get your techs over to the Heritage Boot Camp that we're going to be doing March 27th and 28th. Register them so that they can go to the qualifiers, and they can head out to Vegas and they can win $10,000 for first prize. So anyways, go register. You could go to poolnation.com, go to the Pool Nation World Championship, click on that button, register. What we will do is you'll get an email from us, and then what will happen is in June, we will reach out to everybody else and just kind of verify that they're going to be attending, because that will be another thing that we'll need to make sure is that, people are sure that they're going to show up, because we don't want them taking spots for other people and then not have them show up. So, John, your phone going off with customers?
It is. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. I'm like getting blown up right now.
He has the worried customer. He's got the worried customer look on his face. He's like, by the way, you have a certain look. You make fun of me, but you have a certain look when you're talking to your customers on your phone versus when it's a pool guy or somebody else texting you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, boys. I'm almost done. I'm sorry, boys.
So now that we agreed to all the rules, John can't come back and change them afterwards.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're set in stone.
Now you can probably say, "Oh, we talked about that."
We did talk about it.
It's like, dude, I don't know if you can notice, but I'm like I talk about tunnel vision, right? But I'm doing my damnedest to pay attention. Like maybe one eye is like right here, one eye is right there, and I'm like listening, and I'm like,
your eyes
shit,
are like
dude.
that, cross-eyed over.
Yeah, but
So-
no, this was I had to do this. I got one.
No, it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of messing with you. So great stuff. So anyways, everybody get out there, register. Let's take our final word from our sponsors. Gentlemen, when we come back, I'll get your final thoughts.
Let's do it.
The Hyper Pole from Ultimate Pool Tools is a pool care pole designed by pool professionals for pool professionals, featuring precision crafted carbon fiber and stainless steel construction. Go to ultimatepooltools.com or Instagram at Ultimate Pool Tools. Pool pros have specific needs when it comes to general liability insurance. The SPPA program has you covered. With 3 tailored and customizable general liability options, SPPA makes it easy for pool pros to feel secure. Find out more and get covered at thesppa.com. Now available, Pool Invoice. Pool Invoice is a pool billing software created specifically for the pool service and repair industry. It's developed for our industry and only our industry. Pool Invoice is built with recurring billing in mind. You can print, email, text invoices, or even send via WhatsApp. You can add recurring or yearly charges, accept credits, and set up autopay. You can even see when customers have seen the invoice. It even has a customer portal where they can log in and see, print, and pay invoices. It has all your customers' information on one page, so you don't need to search through hundreds of invoices looking for the one you need. Just go to the customer profile and it's all at your fingertips. Created specifically for the pool industry, Pool Invoice. Now available at poolinvoice.com. Blu-ray XL is the power of minerals working for you. Reduce your overall chemical costs and labor up to 50% guaranteed. Whether you have 20 accounts or 20,000, Blu-ray XL's direct pricing and free shipping to the pool trade have you covered. Improving pool professionals' profit and work-life balance is what they do. Blu-ray XL, the real mineral purifier. Visit them at BluRayXL.com.
Blu-ray all day.
Aquastar's new pipeline cartridge filters, available in 2 sizes, deliver top-notch hydraulic efficiency along with best-in-class filtration performance, approaching that of DE filters. Uniquely designed, open pleat spacing means 100% of the media square footage is usable. And these claims are backed by NSF test results. Designed with the pro's time and comfort in mind, the patented double locking system improves safety and ease of access, making filter cleaners faster than ever before. Available now. Ask your supplier for pipeline filters today.
Natural Chemistry, a leader in specialty water care solutions for over 30 years, is proud to provide products that make pool service easier than ever before. Its unique enzyme formulations in Pro Series Pro Blend improve efficiency of your pool program while reducing frequency of filter cleaning and scum lines. Natural Chemistry is also well known for its wide variety of phosphate removal solutions that include a non-clouding formula in Phos-Free and extremely high range removal with Pro Series Phos Remove or Phos-Free Max. Save time, save money, save work with Pro Series products. Stop sacrificing durability or efficiency with the help of Raypak's new Avia HD models that utilize NITEC, their exclusive industry-first technology. NITEC heat exchanger technology is Raypak's latest solution to superior strength and maximum efficiency when it comes to residential pool heating. With 900% more nickel compared to copper nickel in critical surfaces, NITEC creates an ideal surface to protect against scale formation and erosion without compromising on Avia's 84% thermal efficiency. Learn more at raypak.com/NITEC. The next evolution in lighting is here. Universal Color Logic 2.0 from Hayward. The latest in pool and spa lighting was designed with you in mind, making installation a breeze. Upgrades include a detachable cord and first-of-a-kind adjustable lower catch to overcome variations in plaster thickness. As always, Universal Color Logic lights retrofit into virtually any in-ground pool or spa while delivering industry-leading vibrant color. Visit Hayward.com to discover more.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Pool Nation Live podcast. We continue our conversation, and I actually was able to catch both of the guys off guard today. That's what I'm talking about right there. I thought it was going to be one, but I caught two. That's what I'm talking about. So big shout out. We continue our conversation talking about the Pool Nation World Championships with the first place prize being
$10,000.
10 G's, baby.
We keep talking
Pool
about
Nation's-
the $10,000, but we're not
10
talking
Gs.
about 2 and 3. We're also going to be doing some for them as well, aren't we?
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
We keep talking
For
about
sure.
10K,
Yeah,
but it's not going to be
true.
a cash prize. It's going to be product, and we'll probably
Right.
we're going to
Because what we
Todd, are
want,
you listening?
is we want number one to take that number one
Oh,
kind of thing.
100%.
So,
dude.
so the other ones
100%.
we'll get products and we'll get other things. But you're right. We should talk about those. I do want to give a shout out really quick to our boy David Gilbreth over here. He's listening. Love what you guys do
Hey.
for the industry,
Hey.
brother. We miss you, man. Hope that you're doing good out there. I know that you had a CPO course that popped up that you were going to be doing. So post it on IG and tag me, and we'll kind of reshare it over to our stories out there. So hope you're doing good. So, gentlemen, Zach, let me get some final thoughts.
I was just thinking over break, like, how crazy is this? You know, I mean, this is something we've talked about in the past, and we're here, and it's so cool to see. I mean, this is a big deal, and it's exciting to do something, like I was saying earlier, in celebration of like the pool pros and their technical skills, and like being able to showcase that, and again, in a healthy, competitive way. I think that's really fun. And so I just think it's really cool to be able to do this. I hope people jump in and take advantage of this, get signed up, and it'll be a good time all around.
100%. Mr. Flawless, final thoughts.
That message you just sent right now threw me for a loop.
Zach, check out the chat.
Holy crap.
It's interesting because we were talking about it today. So obviously we can't share it on the air, but
but yeah, wow.
But there's some big concerns there, and you know what? They're valid, and that was one of my concerns when they kind of did that. But let's not talk about that.
Anyways, so yeah, like what Zach's saying, this is going to be badass, right? Look, so we do a lot of things, right? And over the years, we've created a lot of different programs, and we have some traditions. Is from everything from the Pool Nation Awards to the women's event to our boot camps to the Hall of Fame to the stuff that we stick through year after year after year after year, and each year it gets bigger and bigger and better and better. But every one of those things that we started and we did, there was always, and we'll just be a little honest, there was always a little bit of worry, right? Because some of these things that we've created are new, right? And stuff that hasn't really been done before. So there was always, that concern that, hey, how are the pool pros going to take it? Are they going to receive it well? Is it going to benefit them as much as we want it to benefit them, or we're planning for it to benefit them? Is it going to be something that they're going to look forward to, that they're going to deem worthy enough to take time away from their friends, from their family, from their work, to be able to attend and be a part of? And that has always been part of the conversation with us, because if it doesn't benefit the pool pros and it's not something that is worth it for them, then it's something that we don't want to do. But we won't know that until we try it, right? So we have that little scary portion of our journey when we do these crazy things that we do, that people look at us like we're nuts when we create them and start them or talk about them. But everything's turned out to be beautiful, right? This is a little different. This one, I know there's no question about it, right? I've heard rumbles about things like this, and for many, many years, and this conversation has been going on between us for years. And we've heard it from multiple angles, from pool pros, pool girls, from vendors, from reps, from anybody out there seeing in some way, form, or fashion, right? Something like this would be something that would really bring the community together and drive some enthusiasm. So I can definitely, this one's a little different for me, because I'm like super pumped at the very beginning, with a lot less worries of whether or not they're gonna love it. Now
There
the
it is.
details.
That's why I had to post the video of me and Zach convincing you on this one, because you were just kind of a little bit worried. So if you haven't, go watch the video on Instagram of how we convinced John.
Yeah. Now the details on this, right? Now that's a whole nother thing, right? This is, look, we're not, again, we're just pool guys, right? And we've evolved and changed and grown and sharpened our tools, and I think if you were to ask me 10 years ago that I'd be involved in something like this or being able to orchestrate some things like, I would say, no, it's not me, right? I wouldn't do it. But, I've evolved and I've learned, and I think all of us have. And to take on a task like this is definitely not something you just whip together in a second and do it with no class or care. So the details is a little worrisome, but I'm not quite as worried as I used to be, because I know we're going to knock it out the park. So you guys keep sharing your insights, keep sending the messages, keep signing up, keep talking about it, doing it, because it just motivates us more and more to make it bigger and bigger. And just like this conversation we had today and the brainstorming sessions, we went from having a championship belt, right, and then a ring. Now we're going to be doing shirts. We're thinking about logos. We're going to create a special website. You know what I mean? We're talking about referees. We're doing baseball cards, sports cards. Because you guys want it and we think it's cool and it's feasible and something we can do, we're going to absolutely do it. So keep throwing your ideas out there. This whole event is about the Pool Pros, right? It's about you guys and showing off your skills and bringing a community together. And then on top of that, get rewarded with some cold hard cash that you're going to be able to take home and do whatever in the hell you want to do with. So we're happy and honored that we've built a network and we have some amazing partners that have supported us from the very beginning, with some new partners that have teamed up with us that is allowing us to make this all possible for you guys. So just a big thank you to all our sponsors, our visionary partners, to everybody who supported us from the very beginning, to the international show, to every person we've ever spoken to that is seen the dream or believed in it and has watched us get to where we're at now. This is gonna be an event like no other, and I cannot wait for October.
Absolutely. You took my final thoughts. Was going to be really big, huge shout out to the PSP Expo, right? They've been partners with us, since day one. And we kind of keep coming up with a couple of these crazy ideas that a lot of other people look at us and go, think about that.
Yeah, we can't do that.
So big shout out to them out there. Big shout out to all of our visionary sponsors, partners. Without them, we couldn't do this. So big shout out to all of them. And then big shout out to all the Pool Pros that support us, all the Pool Nation community, the Pool Nation family. Thank you so much for you guys, because obviously without you guys, we can't do this either. But we do give you the promise that we're gonna do what we do, right? We're gonna do it Pool Nation style. We're gonna go all out. It's either all out or nothing. And we're definitely excited about it. It's going to be a very crazy, busy week for Pool Nation up there. We're going to have the competition. We're going to have the Pool Nation Awards after that. And we're going to have the Pool Nation Conference right after that. And every one of those events, we're putting everything that we've got into it, and just wait till we start to roll out some of the education stuff that we've got going on as well. Top notch. So, gentlemen, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Catch me and John next Wednesday on the Instagram Live. We will be talking to David from Cap City. We're going to be talking about that scaling phase. We're going to be talk to him about his journey and, him going through the different phases. So anyways, hope everybody has a great weekend, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Later. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to the Pool Nation podcast, a member of the Pool Nation family. You can listen to us live every Friday here at 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. You can find us at Pool Nation or poolnationpodcast.com, on Facebook, or on Instagram at pool.nation. And to find more info about Pool Invoice, the billing software built specifically for the pool industry, go to poolinvoice.com. Before you go, this is what the pool industry has been waiting for. PoolmanUniversity.com. It's the first platform dedicated to learning the swimming pool service and repair industry, a pool service community where you can connect and find videos on business, service, water chemistry, and repairs. See you there at PoolmanUniversity.com.